Every day, millions of people pop open a can of soda without thinking twice. It's just a small reward, a little sparkle of sweetness in the middle of a stressful day. But what if you drank one of those sugary cans every single day? Day after day, year after year. What would really happen inside your body? Today, we're telling the story of how one simple habit can quietly transform your health from the inside out. A story of sweetness, speed, and a slow, silent corrosion you can't see in the mirror. Imagine a stick man, our stand-in for you and me, with bright red pupils full of life and energy. He reaches for a can, smiles, and thinks, "It's only a drink. What harm can it do?" He pops it open, takes a big gulp, and feels that instant burst of pleasure. For a few minutes, everything seems fine. In fact, everything feels fantastic. He's powered up like a superhero. His energy surges, his fingers fly across the keyboard. He's bouncing off the walls. This is the sugar rush, the immediate high that comes with a flood of glucose racing into the bloodstream. It feels good, it feels fast, it feels like nothing bad could possibly happen. But 5 minutes later, our stickman isn't soaring anymore. He's crashing. His head drops onto the desk. His eyes half close. That burst of energy is gone, replaced with fatigue, brain fog, and a gnawing hunger that feels even stronger than before. This is the first sign that sugar isn't just sweet. It's playing games with your body's chemistry. Inside, a silent drama is unfolding. As that sugary drink hits the digestive system, it's absorbed quickly. The bloodstream becomes a river of glucose. The pancreas, a small organ hidden behind your stomach, suddenly has to leap into action. It produces insulin, the hormone that clears sugar from the blood and ushers it into cells. But with a big spike of sugar, the pancreas has to work extra hard. It's like a little scientist frantically flipping switches, pulling levers, and shouting orders to keep everything under control. In the first days and weeks of drinking a can of sugar every day, your body adapts. The pancreas still manages, your cells still respond to insulin, but already tiny changes are taking place. After the spike, insulin can make your blood sugar dip, and that dip makes you hungry again. You start craving more sugar, more snacks, more quick energy. It's a subtle trap. The more you drink, the more you want. You feel like you're controlling your choices, but chemistry is quietly steering you. Move forward a few months. Our stickman still drinks his daily can. He thinks it's harmless. He notices he's hungrier between meals, maybe a little more tired in the afternoon, but he blames stress, sleep, anything but the drink. Yet inside, his body is shifting. Insulin levels are higher. His cells are starting to ignore the hormone signal, a process called insulin resistance. His pancreas is working overtime every day. Little by little, his metabolism is changing, but because he can't see it, he doesn't think about it. Around 6 months to a year in, other organs begin to feel the strain. The liver, which processes sugar and stores energy, starts converting the excess into fat. This isn't the kind of fat you can pinch under your skin, it's fat inside the liver itself. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease sounds like a distant clinical term, but it begins with habits just like this. The liver, once smooth and efficient, starts to look and behave like a sponge soaked in grease. It's slower, inflamed, struggling. At the same time, the daily acid and sugar are wearing at the stickman's teeth. People think cavities come only from sugar feeding bacteria, but acidic drinks also dissolve enamel directly. Imagine the enamel as a shining shield protecting each tooth. Every sip of soda splashes that shield with acid. Tiny bits dissolve. Over years, this leads to weakened teeth, cavities, sensitivity, and eventually expensive dental work. You don't see it after one can, you barely notice after 100, but after thousands, the damage is clear. And then there's the invisible fire of inflammation. That extra sugar doesn't just sit harmlessly. It triggers chemical reactions that stress the lining of blood vessels, stiffen tissues, and change hormones that regulate appetite and fat storage. Our stickman's red pupils, once a playful sign of energy, now represent hidden stress. Inside, his blood pressure may be creeping up. His triglycerides are rising. His body is storing more visceral fat, the dangerous fat around organs. But because the change is gradual, he still thinks of himself as normal. Fast forward to 5 years of this daily habit. Our stickman isn't bouncing off the walls after his drink. He's sluggish most of the time. He's gained weight around his middle. His doctor warns him about high blood sugar. Maybe he's already been told he has prediabetes. He decides to start exercising, but finds it harder than he expected. His muscles feel heavy, his energy is low. It's frustrating because he thinks he's making an effort, but the underlying chemistry has shifted dramatically. At this point, his pancreas is tired. Insulin resistance is severe. Blood sugar stays high longer after meals. That sugar damages small blood vessels, especially in the eyes and kidneys. The risk of type 2 diabetes is no longer a distant possibility. It's here. And diabetes doesn't just mean high blood sugar. It means a higher chance of heart attacks, strokes, nerve damage, kidney disease, and vision loss. It means pricking your finger to check glucose. It means medications, maybe injections, all because of a habit that once felt so small and harmless. Our stickman, now heavier and slower, sits looking at his can. He feels regret. He wishes he'd understood sooner. He wishes someone had told him that a daily can of sugar isn't just empty calories. It's a daily chemical assault on systems that are fragile, precious, and hard to repair once broken. But there's also a hopeful part of the story. The moment you cut back on sugary drinks, your body starts to recover. Insulin sensitivity can improve. The liver can heal. Fat inside organs can decrease. Inflammation calms down. Blood pressure and triglycerides drop. Even the risk of diabetes can fall. Teeth stop facing daily acid attacks. Within weeks, your energy can stabilize, your hunger signals can reset, and your future can look very different. Think about it. One can of soda may not look like much. It's only about 150 calories, maybe 10 teaspoons of sugar. But multiplied by 365 days a year, it's the equivalent of more than 30 pounds of sugar poured straight into your body. Over 5 years, that's 150 pounds. Imagine setting that sugar on a table in front of you. Would you eat it by the spoonful? Probably not. But in liquid form, sweet and fizzy, it slips past your defenses and into your routine. This isn't about fear or guilt. It's about awareness. The food and drink industry markets sugar as joy, refreshment, even self-care. But your body sees it differently. It treats sugar as a substance to process, store, and neutralize. And too much of it is poison over time. By understanding that, you can make choices that protect your future self from a slow, silent corrosion you'll only see when it's too late. So next time you reach for a can, pause. Ask yourself, is this a treat or is it a trap? Could you choose water, tea, or a less sugary option instead? Could you make it an occasional indulgence instead of a daily ritual? Your liver, your pancreas, your teeth, your blood vessels, they will all thank you. And your energy, your mood, and your long-term health will thank you too. Our stickman looks at his can one more time. He sets it down. He picks up a glass of water. His red pupils soften, his body sighs of relief. It's never too late to change the ending of this story. The sweetness of a drink lasts only minutes. The damage can last decades. But so can the benefits of making a different choice, starting today. If you've ever wondered whether one little can could really matter, now you know. It's not about one day. It's about every day. And your body keeps score. Be kind to it, be smart for it, and let your future self feel the difference.